Welcome to the Book Hackers Podcast. I'm Cindy.
I'm Tammie Chrin, and we are the co-founders of the Book Hackers Club. If you're listening to this, you probably are a self-publisher who is ready to grow your business, and that's exactly why we're here. What is a book hacker, you ask? A book hacker is a self-publisher who is growing their business by creating books that provide value for their target audience while building a sustainable business.
We'll cover marketing, branding, sales, and everything in between. If you're ready to fast-track the growth of your self-publishing business, you've come to the right place. Our goal is simple: to help you think and act like an entrepreneur. Every Thursday, we'll share tips and resources designed to help you master all aspects of your self-publishing business while having fun along the way.
Ready? Let's start. In today's episode, we have Cindy and Tammie together in Colorado here. Woohoo! And today, in this episode, what we're going to be talking about, a bit about our story and how we got started in KDP, and give you a little background about our back history of the business and a little bit of fun stuff for our personal lives. And we've had some good times in our personal life, but in business as well. So we're going to be talking about how we got started in KDP. So I think we'll get started with you first, Cindy. How did you get started in KDP?
It's a very long story.
And who are you? Cindy Minear.
Cindy Minear, Aududu book creator and book hackers.
Yay!
And I got started in KDP through merch. So originally, years ago when I had my twins, I started a scrapbooking company that made scrapbooking pages and stickers and things like that. Mm-hmm. And I discovered the world of print on demand and started doing twins themed shirts and hats and bags and all of that stuff. And
we're in it anyway, but then and what year was that about?
The twins were born in 2002.
Okay, so you've been doing it quite a while.
2003, 2004.
Yeah.
I've been in a while because I started off on Cafe Press.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I actually got recruited over to Zazzle back in the day when Zazzle
Remember
was
that?
brand
I remember
new.
Zazzle, yep.
And then from that, some point in time, I discovered Merch by Amazon and started doing that. And then I was in all the boards, and I kept seeing this KDP thing coming up.
Okay.
You know, KDP. So I finally went and checked it out.
Right.
And said, oh, this sounds fun. I got in to start creating books.
All right. So you were doing merch prior.
Yeah.
So you were already on the Amazon platform for merch, and then saw the KDP platform coming along and evolving.
Yeah, I saw it in Facebook groups. I kept seeing it being mentioned and talked about, and they're like, oh, you need to get in on this. And so I said, okay.
Yeah. So what was your first book that you created?
I took a picture that I had taken when my husband and I were on vacation in Tahiti.
Nice.
And I had that be the cover.
Uh-huh.
And the inside was just plain lines.
Oh, the old line journal.
The old line journal.
We love the line journal.
That's plain line journal. Because that's what everybody was saying to do, was to go create hundreds of these books. I stopped way before 100 because I found out very quickly that was not a winning strategy.
Yes. I think that was the story we've heard over, and as KDP's evolved and self-publishing has evolved, those things keep coming up that the old way of just a line journal with a picture is going to sell, and that's changed a lot in the years, right? That you've noticed too.
Yeah, it's changed a lot over the years, where maybe back in the day before so many people jumped in on KDP, you could have made good money with the plain line journals. Now it's so saturated that I don't even recommend you do them at all.
Yeah, and I agree, unless you have your own market for it.
Unless you have somebody that's going to...
And that's kind of why we started the Book Hackers podcast, was to talk about how to do that and how to market the books, besides just throwing them there and hoping and praying they sell.
Crossing your fingers.
Maybe
this one will be the winner.
Maybe this one. But we all started out that way. It was nothing wrong at the time, but the business has evolved. And that's what we're seeing, is that you have to start building that really strong business base of marketing your books, picking the audience like we've talked about, and making sure that you have a target audience for these books, not just throwing them up there. Because you just will not make that much or anything. No money. Yeah.
So how'd you get started doing KDP, Tammie?
Oh boy, that's a good story. So I had my own business for 30 years in the hair industry. And my husband and I, as our daughter was graduating from college, we were talking probably about 5 years prior about what another business would look like. Because I knew if we were going to be out of state when she graduated, was in Northern California. And then we were going to move to another state. So we started investigating that. But we knew my business was going to end in California as a hairdresser. And I did not want to restart in another state. Rob was listening to a Pat Flynn podcast, and this would be 2014. I had dabbled in Amazon selling books and also eBay and those kind of things. Not necessarily building a business, but the idea of selling online and that kind of thing. And then we sat down and went through the Pat Flynn interview with this lady who was talking about selling on Amazon and building a business with product and buying the product and flipping the product that they called RA and OA, and retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. So that's where we got started. And then we thought, well, that's a great business because you can do it anywhere, wherever we moved, we could do that, run that business. It was again, like KDP, you could buy product even at cost and put it on Amazon and it would sell for 3 times the amount. So we tested that out, and we were doing really well with it. So we both had our jobs, so we were both working and building this. And we moved to Colorado in 2016, and I was doing that full time. And then Rob finally got into his own side of Amazon business. But then I got tired of the hunt of the retail arbitrage. You always have to be looking for product. So Rob said to me that I should check this KDP course out. So that'd be interesting. So it was he was already doing merch. So we look at the merch. All right. And then the books just sounded fascinating to me. So I took a KDP class from this really great lady and did the same thing you did. I was excited, got my first line journal up. And I thought, here we go. And I waited for my sales. Nothing came through. Cricket. Fresh, checking every day.
No sales. Yeah.
And you see everybody else like, I made $1,000 today on my line journal. I'm like, man, and I'm not a graphic designer, so I'll say that out loud. But I thought, I did a nice job, and it came out, and then I got one sale, Cindy, one. My sister. Thank God for family. I realized quickly in the space. So this would have been 2018 that I was starting KDP.
That's the same year I started. It was 2018.
2018, and I loved the idea, the platform, and that's when I started with KDP for B2B. So that is Kindle Direct Publishing for business to business. So I took the KDP model and I flipped it, and I'd go directly to a business and brand their book for their business. And that was my way of getting their customers are driving the traffic to the books. And so that is one model. There's multiple ways to do KDP, and that's another reason we started the Book Hackers show, is to talk about the multiple income streams that you can make in KDP or print on or self-publishing. So that's my little story of how I really started in this, and then,
That sounds very similar to mine.
Yeah. I think that's when we met on Clubhouse. Cindy and I met on Clubhouse during the pandemic. And so we just had a similar story. We both were building our businesses. You have the Aududu book creator tool, and I was doing my KDP for B2B. And then we decided, the Book Hackers, we needed to build a better system we wanted to build that system for everybody that they could get a sustainable business.
Because we just keep seeing over and over again, why is nobody buying my book? Why is nobody buying my book? And we're trying to help people so that they can, first of all, create a book that there's an audience for, that people are looking for, that people are going to buy.
It's not a guessing game. This is a strategy. We're working on all the strategies to sell their books.
Exactly. Not just throwing darts at random audiences and hoping one of them takes it.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you some fun questions, because I think let's get to know you a little bit differently than just the KDP side. So, Cindy, what was your first job?
My first job was
lifeguarding.
Several summers in high school, and all of the summers when I was in college, I worked as a lifeguard. I taught swim lessons,
you did the lessons
for kids,
too.
And I even did a water aerobics class for senior citizens. That was so much fun.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
So it's the best job I ever had.
And where was this? What state?
In El Paso. I grew up in El Paso, Texas.
Okay.
So it was there. It
Very
was just
nice.
a pool around the corner from where I lived. And
That's a great job, your first job.
It's a great job.
It's a lot of responsibility, though.
It is.
That shows.
Mainly just have to jump in to save the little kids who would step off the step.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what is your favorite ice cream?
Chocolate chip.
Yum.
I love chocolate chip. How about you, Tammy? What's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite is mint chip. So we're
Mint
very
chip.
similar.
Oh,
mint
very-
chip. I love
very
a mint
similar.
chip. Yeah, I like pretty much all ice cream, but mint chip is my favorite. And chocolate chip, I'm right there with you with that one.
I have a question for you, Tammy. What's your favorite food?
I know because I talk about it 24/7. But for the audience here is I love Italian food. Coming from, I was born and raised in California, Sonoma, and I was around a lot of Italian families, and I was very privileged to be able to be around all that good food and cheese and wine and bread and
I
pastas.
love Italian too.
Oh, I love it. I like a lot of different foods, but I think Italian food is one of my French bread with butter, warm French bread with butter, mozzarella cheese.
yeah.
Don't get me started. Yes. What is your favorite food?
Chocolate, especially dark chocolate, but not too dark.
Yeah,
Around a 75-80%.
okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Yeah, you just can't go wrong with chocolate.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Oh, that's tough. I like all different kinds of cats. I have a cat that I
A domestic
adore,
cat.
and I have had dogs as well. But
Yeah.
I prefer cats because I had 6 kids, and
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
busy.
have enough attention to devote to a dog. They're way more needy than a cat.
They are. Cats are much more independent. I agree. I have a dog right now too, and I think this may be. I've had dogs all my life, but cats are much easier. I think if anything, I'll get another. Like I love cats too, but dogs do. I have a Boston Terrier who's very needy. It's like a child.
He's so cute though.
He's very cute.
adorable.
Bob Barker, the Boston Terrier. So, hence the name, Bob Barker. But yeah, he's a good dog, and we've had him for 10 years now. So he's since a puppy. But it is a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
more work.
Yep.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, and I know you went to Costa Rica recently, and I wanted you to bring back a monkey for me, but you didn't.
No, they
Come on.
frown on that.
Apparently, you can't have them in the in Colorado where I live now. I'm not sure where you can actually
I
have
don't
a
know,
no.
yeah.
But I would like a spider monkey. I love monkeys. I like
They're cute.
any monkey, but spider monkeys are my favorite. I just think they're adorable, and I do think they should be in their natural habitat. And I would not want
They
to
were
have.
a lot of fun to watch.
Were they?
in
I've
Costa
seen
Rica.
them.
They would hang out in trees right next to the resort where we were, so you could just walk down
And
just
watch
kinda
them and
watch
just hang out.
Yeah, a lot of the time they're just laying down doing nothing because they sleep a lot. But when they're
Yeah.
active, it's just
Yeah,
so
I've heard in
fun.
Costa Rica some other friends, and they're very active, and you have to be careful. They come and steal your food. Sometimes I've
Oh
heard.
yeah,
So,
I've heard
they're
that.
little- they're-
Yeah, the signs are all "Don't feed the monkeys."
Don't be the.
Don't
Good
feed
to
the
know.
monkeys. In fact, one of the people, we were on this excursion tour thing, and we were just chatting, and they said that the monkeys know how to turn on the hot tubs. Because there's on the balconies.
See, they're so smart.
There's hot tubs on the balconies in the
And they
resort that
know
we're
how to-
at, and they knew how to turn it on to get the water.
They're smart. See,
Because it's not hot unless you turn, because there was 2 different ones.
One's-
hot,
yeah,
one's
and they knew
cold,
how to
and
do
they
it.
Knew how to do it. And they
They're
would turn it on to
smart.
get water.
They are smart.
they're
Yes.
super smart.
Another thing, I don't think we mentioned how many kids you have,
Yeah, I've got 6 kids.
including twins. Yeah, I know you mentioned it a little
Which
bit in
is
the
how I
beginning of
got
the
it, yeah,
podcast, but yeah, 6 kids. So you've been a busy lady and running businesses,
very
and
busy.
yeah,
Very busy. Yeah, my husband says I'm a serial business opener.
entrepreneurs tend to be, we're very visionary. And the other thing too is I know with entrepreneurs, and I've been one since all my life too, I've worked for other companies over the years, but I really love running my own business. I think we both talk about all the ideas we have, but it's executing those ideas. And I think as we've grown in our businesses, we've learned that you need to put things and implement all the processes and get them going. And that's another thing, Book Hackers is in the show.
Yeah,
we're
we're going to help you out with processes and systems
Yeah.
in place to keep you organized and be more productive. And
Yeah, because that's something we've worked on. Both of us have talked about that. It's the only way you are going to really strive in building a business is to get a plan and execute the plan. And do you have to pivot? Sometimes, yes, you do. But it's a matter of staying on task and getting the things done that you need to get done to be successful in your business.
yeah, I really like working for myself so much better. I spent a lot of my background's in computer science, so I spent many years working for McDonnell Douglas, which then became Boeing, on the space station project. And you're working with all these other people, and I hate relying on other people that aren't necessarily as competent as you are.
Yes.
So it slows everything down, and it's frustrating. And at least when you're in charge,
You
work with
can
the
make
people
those
you want to work with.
Yes. I feel very fortunate right now to be working with Cindy. But I feel the same way. I've always, whenever I've worked in different companies over the years, I did house appraisals in 2006 to 8 when the market crashed. It was good timing. But I did that part-time in hairdressing, but I was going to a different industry. What I found is I was independent because you can go out on your own and do those things, but the systems that if anything was slow, it drove me crazy, or the processes weren't efficient.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
And apparently other people don't like to hear that it's not efficient. Some bosses aren't too happy to hear that.
No, I don't think that get received very well.
Yes, I like to get things done. I know Cindy is very good at getting their tasks done, and so we're going to share a lot of that with you as well, how to do those processes as we've learned and be efficient. I think that makes the most sense. But what motivated you? Who motivates you in your professional life? Is there anyone that stands out to you?
There's a bunch of different people that I follow that provide advice on running businesses and books that I've purchased and stuff like that. So I think if you are an entrepreneur and you are trying to run a business, the best thing you can do is go find people who've been highly successful.
Yeah.
Read everything they write, follow them, and implement their systems. Find out what does and doesn't work for you too. So you've got to continuously be learning. I think.
I think you never stop learning. Yeah. I don't, and no one is. They might be an expert in this area, but you're always going to be expanding and learning from someone else. And we had this discussion yesterday, Cindy, when we were talking about lifting people up, and we're being lifted. It's that same philosophy I've always had. I'm always learning from someone that's ahead of us or ahead of me, and then someone I'm pulling up along with me. And that's one of our favorite things we've talked about before, is really helping people. That just motivates and gets excited about them helping you be successful. It's not about us. That part we're sharing because just to give you an idea of where our background is, but really we want you to be successful. We want you to run your business. It's not, that's what lights us up. That's what gets us excited.
Yeah. I love it when people share with me the books that they just created with my tool. And they're all excited about it and like, oh, it's selling. I'm so excited. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for you. I just love being able to help people and get their business going.
And sometimes you come to us and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This isn't working. And then we can give you the solution. That's exciting. Then you implement it. And it works. You're just like, woo! It feels good. It feels good.
It's so exciting to help other people and see them be successful too.
It really is.
Especially, I find in especially the low content book people, a lot of them are just so close vested and they don't want to share any of their techniques or tips. Sometimes even I see people sharing things that are just downright wrong and against KDP guidelines.
And then your account's
gone.
Yeah, and
why is my account terminated? We had to do a whole podcast just on that. Huh?
Yes. I know that one. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there you have to go through and make sure that you're getting the right information. And I know sometimes when you're starting, that's very hard to do. So we both are very ethical businesswomen, and we want to help you do the same thing and run a really good ethical business.
Yes, one that's sustainable, where you're following all the rules, you know what you can and can't do, and because we want you to be in it for the long run. Yeah,
this isn't just jump in and make a quick buck. This is really building the foundation of your business and bringing all the values, that core values, to the business and sustainable.
Exactly, so that you can create all these different passive income streams moving forward, and then you'll be able to do whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll give you a little bit about my family. I grew up in Sonoma, California, and moved to Colorado, like I said, in 2016, and I'm going to be a grandma. My first grandchild is coming in 3 days. That's the due date, 3 days.
And your daughter's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Adorable.
She just got married last year in October, so we just went through the wedding. We only have one daughter. And so Cindy has the 6, I have the 1. So we have 7 kids between our families. And now this is our first grandchild, and her name is a girl. Her name is Kennedy, and at this moment, so hopefully it doesn't change, but as far as I know, Kennedy. And so it's it's an exciting time right now.
Yeah, I can't wait to see pictures of your new grandbaby when
Yeah,
she gets here.
yeah. So that's been very exciting. And that's my why for being in business is my family, but I also love to travel, which I know Cindy loves to travel.
Oh, yes.
And that is my why, is to create a business that for a lifestyle, not just the grind, but also really have systems in place that we can enjoy life.
We can go on a month-long trip to
And that's the beauty
to Europe.
A beauty of this industry. It's you can do it from anywhere pretty much in the world as long as you have internet and all those other things. And it's a way to have, in a sense, almost a passive income. You still have to work at it and you still have to do some work, but you don't have to usually have employees. You can build this business any way you would like it to be and structure it. But that's our goal.
Yes, that is definitely our goal.
Yeah.
To be able to travel and hopefully have some more book hacker meetups all over the world.
Yes. So if you have questions or anything, please drop the comments in below on the podcast here and we'll answer them. And we're here for you. And we love helping self-publishers. That's probably our build a business.
Yes, we do. And if you want to drop your location so we can know where to plan our book hacker meetups, that'd be good
great.
too.
Yeah,
Let us know where you're at and that you were excited and would like to go to book hacker meetup.
Yep.
Drop us a comment for that too.
That'd be great. Anything else that you would like to share? Or just,
No, I think
they got a lot of information that they may want to hear or may not want to hear. We like to have fun too.
We do. We like to have
Thank you for listening today. This is Tammie and Cindy. We'll talk to you next podcast. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Join Cindy and Tammie each week for tips to help grow your self-publishing business. Don't forget to follow us on social media, as well as share with others who could benefit from our advice. Our website is bookhackers.us.